Shaleka me takito sarnai ijio मैं आशा रखी तुम्हें मेरा सबूत गावा जियो। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। Today we are going to meditate about the sacrifice the Guru's life for the liberation of the human mankind. This Indian soil is the soil of our Gurus and Bhagats. We are all students. In front of Guru, we are all students. I am coming from the long way, around 3,000 kilometers away from this land. This is a Guru's land. So I am coming not for my personal gain. I am coming here not to talk about my personal pain and sorrow. I am coming here to talk about the community's problem and what the solution lies. Crores and crores of people in this soil have been fighting for human dignity and equality for the last 2,000 years. No other countries in the world, the people not fighting for equality and dignity, but except in India. You are all living in the safest zone of this country. You don't feel much more about the pain and sorrows which is happening away from the Punjab. Because we people are living not on the basis of the caste. We all are living on the basis of the community.
क्योंकि हम पंजाब के लोग जो हमारा सामाजिक जीवन है उसको कास्ट के आधार पे नहीं, जाति के आधार पे नहीं जीते, बल्कि हम एक सामुदायिक आधार पे हम अपना जीवन गुजर बसर करते हैं.
Because our people, except the Punjab people, escaped from the caste hierarchy system because of Gurus and Bhagats' messages. That's what here our people are not talking about more about the problems. Even though it is a common problem like a water problem, land problem, agriculture problem, these are all highlighting in Punjab. But when we go outside of the Punjab, every day our people are facing a lot of atrocities, humiliation, violence, discriminations. They are always talking about the problems. The people don't know that the solution lies in the Punjab. The solution lies in the Guru Granth Sahib. Now we are going to discuss about where is the solution lies. So no other, even Marxism came in this land. The capitalist nationalism is also here. And republicanism is also here. And even Christianity and Muslims, they are all failed to address about the cruelty of the caste system in this country. No ism in these countries are guts to talk about. They are afraid to talk about the issue of the caste system in this country, except our Sikhi philosophy. In Guru Granth Sahib, lot of sabd are against the Brahmanism, against the Brahminical ideology, against the Varna system, especially Guru Nanak ji, Guru Kabir ji, Guru Ravidas ji, Guru Namdev ji. They are all talk against the cruelty of the Brahmanism in this country. If you have any wound in your body, if it cover it, it is very difficult to cure. When it open it, it is very easy to cure. Our Indian social, economical, cultural, political, educational problem is caste. Sikhi is the only cultural platform discussing about the caste issues and the solution. You may be aware about whatever I am saying to you, but now the live telecast is going on. When I am addressing here, even our Tamil people also understand about what is Sikhi. That are all against the Brahmanism in this country. No other philosophy in this country talking against the Brahminism. Still, the Sikhi trying to prove that Sikhi philosophy is dead against the Brahminical ideology, which is talk against whoever talking against the equality and brotherhood.
तो इस देश में जो भी समानता और भाईचारे के खिलाफ बात करता है, उस ऐसे हर व्यक्ति के खिलाफ सिखी है। तो इसलिए मैं कहता हूं कि हमारे गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी इक्वलिटी, समानता के चैंपियन हैं। और अगर आप इस बात को याद रखेंगे तो कोई जो ब्राह्मणिज्म है, ब्राह्मणवाद, आपको और आपके आसपास के लोगों को टच भी नहीं कर पाएगा।
So now what we have to do, because Guru Granth Sahib is talking about, this is actually Guru Nanak was the father of the social transformation, because India needs a social transformation. Two examples I have to tell to you. Two examples. You see, Guru Nanak was saying that, and also 10th Guru accepted by Jata as a fifth son, because everybody used to say that Guru Gobind Singh has only have a fourth son, but Guru Gobind Singh was saying to us that my fifth son is by Jeevan Singh. That is the real transformation. How many of them we are ready to say that untouchables are of my own family, untouchables are my own friend? How many persons are ready to say this to our Sangat? Sangat and Pangat, still now we are following. No communities, no religious platforms are still now not following this Sangat and Pangat. These two tools, they're very dangerous for the Brahminical ideology. In Kerala, I am coming from Tamil Nadu. A neighbor state is Kerala. Up to 18th century, there was a community called as an unseeable community. The people are not, even if any person see that community, it is a pav, it is a sin. In 1924, our Sikh people participated and fought against that discrimination. It happened in 1924. Our own Sikh brothers went and participated in that agitation, in that struggle. But nowadays, our Sikh people are not ready to move away from the Punjab. Around 606 days that agitation happened at Kerala, Vaikam. Around 350 days, our people served food to that agitation, our Sikh people. So Gandhi was not tolerated. Oh, these people are introducing Pangat among the Kerala's. So that time lot of Sikh people, lot of Kerala people impressed Sikhi. But nowadays, our people are not ready to move away from the Punjab. 9th Guru, Tegh Bahadur Ji, left his home for 4 years. Even he didn't see, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji didn't see his son 4 years, new son baby Guru Gobind Singh Ji. He didn't see his son 4 years, and he did a prachar throughout the country. Now where is that prachar? In 1699, because of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's campaign, prachar, more than 80,000 people assembled at Guru Anandapur Sahib. Because of the Tegh Bahadur Ji's continuous prachar. So, that day the Khalsa was born. The 5 Panch Peras, only one from Lagur. The 4 Panch Peras, out of 5, 4 Panch Peras from out of the Punjab. One from Madras Presidency, one from Gujarat, one from Delhi, and one from Orissa. So all the Panch Peras also coming from the lowest among the lowest people, because Guru Gobind Singh Ji politically graphed. These are all our area, up to Kanyakumari, up to Kashmir. Guru Gobind Singh Ji framed our political geographical area So in this mission, we have to continue the revival of 1699. 1699 was an important year of our Sikhi. That year, Guru Gobind Singh chopped the tail of the caste in this country. He was the first person chopped the tail of the caste name. He had given the Singh to us. Everybody in front of Guru Granth Sahib, everybody are Singh. Sikhs are having their own history. That is more important. Without history, without philosophy, the person is like a blind. No eyes. But the strength of the Sikhi is we are having a philosophy in our hand. One side we are having a philosophy and another side we are having a history. But Indians mind, so-called Brahminical mind, they are forcing the majority people to see their history in Mahabharata and Ramayana. Ramayana, Mahabharata. They are all not, that is not a history, that is a epics. But the government forcing us, the state forcing us to see our history in Ramayana and Mahabharata. But by Guru's grace, we are having a both history and philosophy. Because here our Sikhi people, the Sikhi community and every individual shaped according to your own history and as well as philosophy. But when it comes to other side of the Punjab, outside of the Punjab, the people don't have the history. Because we fail to educate them about their own history. Because their history, Sahib Singh, Baba Sahib Singh is from Punjab, from Tamil Nadu. We fail to teach about who is by Sahib Singh. Hamad Singh, he is also from South. From Maharashtra, Namdev ji. So these are all history we are having to the Mulnivasi people, Dravidian people, natives of the Indias, of the native Indians. They are having their own history, but we fail to teach their history. So if we go and teach their history, those people also shape like our Punjabi people, our Sikh people. The democracy stands in the four pillars: legislation, administration, judiciary, and media. But we people are majority people, SC, ST, OBC, and religious minorities. They are all majority in this country. But unfortunately, 3% is ruling this country. The four pillars, the democracy, the four pillars are in the hands of the Brahminical forces. Even though we are proud to say that this is a land of Sikh people, but who is ruling? Bhagwant Mann is the agent of the Brahminical forces. He is not our man. Earlier, the BJP also ruled, that also controlled by the Brahminical forces. Earlier, Congress also ruled, that is also, that movement is, that political forces also controlled by the Brahminical forces. And judiciary also. Judiciary, I am coming from the Supreme Court. In judiciary also, the Brahminical forces, the Brahminical judges are sitting as in the court. Mostly around 80%, more than 80% upper caste people are sitting, and our people are not getting any judgment favor to us. This is the democracy fully controlled by these Brahminical forces. The four layers. It is our responsibility. Now, so many years we stuck in Punjab. Now it is a time to start and work like a Tegh Bahadur ji, to travel throughout the country. Even our Guru Nanak ji also, he came to our place, Kanyakumari. Guru Nanak ji traveled up to Kanyakumari and went to Sri Lanka. We are proud to say that our Guru Nanak ji was traveling throughout the country, but our people are not ready to move away from their own home. So nowadays, once again we have to start our prachar to move throughout the country. I want to tell one thing to you. Bhajan Singh, who is seeing the history, our Sikh history, through the eyes of the lowest among the lowest people. He is seeing the Sikh literature, Sikh philosophy, Sikh history through the eyes of the lowest among the lowest people. Nowadays, we are doing the prachar. We are giving this book to the non-Sikhs. Thousands of books we are planning to give to the non-Sikhs to understand about how our gurus and bhagats sacrificed their life for the liberation of this caste system in India. At that same time, I remember Mr. Tejendra Singh, who is in Canada. He is also doing a lot of prachar among the lowest people throughout the world. So finally, I want to tell to you that Jivan Singh used to say that real Sikhs always keep war in his mind to fight against injustice and social evils. Every Sikh, we don't pray for our personal gain. Our prayer should we have to keep the war in our mind to fight against the injustice and social evils. That is a real prayer to our Vaheguruji. In this, I very much pay my gratitude to our Babaji. Because of Babaji, we are spreading the message to the people, the real philosophy of our Sikhi. Because nowadays, our Sikh people also slowly going away from the philosophy of Sikhi. Nowadays, Brahminical forces are infiltrating some puja. The Brahminical pujas are coming to our Gurdwaras nowadays. Now this type of our Babas are staunch follower of Sikhi philosophy. So our responsibility is to carry forward our Sikhi philosophy in this Guru's land. It is your responsibility and my responsibility. So we join together to make this country as a Begumpura Khalsa Raj. That is a solution for this country. So for solution, we have to give a support hand in all the means. In this, I conclude my speech. Vaheguruji ka Khalsa.